Hello and welcome back to our second chakra video of our series. So today we're focusing on the Sacral Chakra, which is located around the pelvis. And we're going to start today's practice on our back. So slowly lowering down onto your back. I want you to place your feet on the mat, knees bent up. Bring your hands to the sides, palms face down. And we're just going to take little pulses in the hips here. So what I want you to do is every time you inhale, I want you to lift your bum off the ground, but you're not bringing that up. Your back is still flat on the ground. So you're just tilting your pelvis towards your head. Exhale down. Inhale, tilt it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So every time you inhale up, it's like you're tensing your pelvic floor muscles as well. So tense the whole area down there. Exhale, release. Inhale, tense. Exhale down. Do that a couple more times with your own breath. So it's like you're just kind of tilting the pelvis. You're tilting it up and tilting it back down, relaxing. Inhale, tense it. Exhale down. Do that 2 more times. And release. Now bringing your feet as wide as the mat. Arms can come in line with your shoulders here. We're just going to rock the knees to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. So just windscreen wiping the legs here from side to side. Just loosen up them hips a little. And sometimes when we work on our sacral chakra, emotions can come up because they're getting released. So don't worry if you suddenly get a rush of emotions. It's completely normal. It means that your body needs it. Okay, and then bring in your legs to some stillness. Let's hug the knees in. Grab hold of the outer edges of your feet and come into happy baby. So I like to put my arms on the inside of my legs. Grab hold of the outer edges. Open your feet up. And then the soles of your feet are pointing towards the ceiling. Try to keep your low back on the ground here. And then maybe you can gently rock side to side. Now, if opening your legs up feels a little bit too much, just bring your feet closer together. That's just going to ease it. Open it up. If you're not feeling very much here, you can use your peace fingers to grab hold of your big toes and open them straight. But just listen to your body. Find out what your body needs today. Slow inhales and exhales here. And then bring your feet back together, hug your knees in, grab behind the thighs, tuck the chin, gently rock and roll up to a seated position. Now open your legs nice and wide here. So open them up nice and wide. Take a big inhale. Fold forward slightly. Now if you are feeling this when you're sat up pretty straight, just bring your hands to the side and lengthen through the spine. If you even find this difficult, sit up on a pillow or a cushion. That's going to help to tilt the pelvis forward, which will help you lengthen through the spine and come forward slightly. Now, if you find this really difficult, this pose is my nemesis, you can take some movement. So maybe you're rocking side to side while you're trying to bring your chest forward. And we're not trying to round here. We want to lengthen the low back. So if I turn to the side, what we want here is we don't want this. We don't want to be rounding. We want length and then fold forward. And gently rocking side to side. You don't have to rock. You can stay still. Listen to your body. Find out what your body wants. Couple breaths. Okay, and then walking your hands back up. You're going to bring the right leg in front of us. So the right leg is going to become parallel to either the front of the mat or the side of the mat, depends which way you're facing. Your left foot is going to come on top of your right knee. Your left knee is going to come on top of your right foot, okay? So we're coming into this position. You're trying to stack your lower legs. When you look down, you'll know if you're in the right position because you'll have a little triangle shape in between your legs. And hold it here. So I like to flex my top foot, loosen my bottom, just because I have bony ankles and they dig into the floor and it's really uncomfortable for me. So find what position works good for you. Hands to the side again to lengthen. If you're feeling a lot here, stay here. If not, maybe you bring the hands in front and walk yourself down a little bit more. This is going to give you a deeper stretch in that outer left hip. So find whichever position works good for you. We're not going to stay here too long. Couple breaths. Walk the hands back up, lean back, uncross the legs and place the left leg on the bottom. This time the right leg comes on top, right foot over the left knee, right knee over the left foot. Lengthen through your spine, look down, check you've got that little triangle shape. Inhale here, and make sure that your right foot is directly on top of your knee as well. If you have it further down your legs, you're not going to be feeling as deep of a stretch. So bring it up. Bring it all the way, even if that means you're up here. Lengthen. Maybe you lean back a little bit and eventually over time you will get further down. Maybe you bring your hands out in front. Just really try to lengthen through that spine. Really great one for opening up the hips. And then bring the hands back up, uncross the legs. Let's come down to downward facing dog. So belly to thighs, hips to sky. Bend the knees. Maybe see if you can straighten the legs out. But remember, we don't want any rounding in the back here. Bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Right leg lifts up long. And then bring the right foot to the outside of your right hand. Your toes can point at a diagonal here. Lower the left knee, come into your lizard lunge. So really sink into them hips here. Maybe you're a little bit more flexible and you can come down onto your elbows. But hold it here, really sink into them hips. Your knee should be pointing to whichever way your foot is. So if your knee's coming out to the side, make sure that your foot is also coming out to the side. Long inhales and exhales. Tuck the toes of the left foot, step back, downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of the mat. Left leg raises up high behind. Left foot comes to the outside of the left hand, lower the right knee. Again, your foot should be facing whichever direction your knee is. Sink into them hips. Maybe you even come down to your elbows. Nice long exhales. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Toes together at the back of the mat. Knees come down to the mat, as wide as the mat. Sit your bum back towards your heels. Rest in child's pose. Raise your head, walk your hands back in. Come to a seated position. And that's us done for today. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this class. Give me a follow and I will see you next time.